for coming to our open day, Moorpark Dragon Fruit Farm. At some point we'll find a better name. Right now it's not what we have.
Thank you for inviting us and be open.
Yeah, Dragon, yeah, or Dragon, just Dragon Farm without fruit, huh? That's a good idea. So basically the area here, we have 20 acres, but we have only about 5 that are planted with dragon fruits, and the rest are planting with weeds. So we started about 7 years ago, and it's work in progress. So in 30 years, maybe we'll cover most of it. The problem, the bottom of the farm, it's going to be harder to put the dragon fruit because dragon fruits originate in Central America. So here it's pushing the limits, especially for winters. Summers, they're happy, no problem. And since we're kind of close to the ocean, so we get a little bit of moisture, so they're happy. But comes winter, when we get to the low 30, they're not happy at all. So what happens in the winter, the cold air would come down the hill, it comes, and it doesn't stay, it goes to the bottom, but then it stays. So if we have the cold air staying with them for a bit of time, they're gone. So at the bottom, I don't think we're going to put dragon fruit, or we'll have to put like wind machine. If you see across over there, you see like this post. These are wind machines for the avocados. So they turn in the really cold nights. They're turning on. But so that's a possibility. But right now we're concentrating on this area, so we still have a lot of work to do. We have 4 main varieties that we do for production. We have Physical Graffiti, American Beauty, Haley's Common, and Delight. These are the main varieties. Now we have a great variety called Laverne Red, which produce not as many fruits, but huge fruits. They can be sometimes small, but it can go up to 3 pounds. We had several of 3 pounds. Those are massive fruits. So we try to put more, and it's very good tasting, but we don't have enough. That's most of the stuff we have for samples here are the Haley's Comet and Physical Graffiti. American Beauty, we had tons of them in the beginning of the season, and the fruits go in cycles. So we had tons of American Beauty, and everybody bought something else. We didn't have something else. Now everybody wants the American Beauty, but we have Physical Graffiti. How's it going? We don't have. We have flowering. We might have here and there. I might see a plant, but we don't have the fruits available right now in American Beauty, pretty much. Okay, so trellis system. Different people do different trellis systems. The most common that people know is like the post, either wood or cement with kind of a rebars or a tire. If you see on Google or Vietnam, and the plant goes through it and come down like an umbrella. It's a great system, but this system gives us a higher density planting because we could put them close together. And with the cost of land or whatever, it's probably to get production, this is a better system for us here. The problem is that we have a flower here, a flower there, we still have to go the whole row, so we cannot just go between the posts. We have to traverse the whole row. So advantages, disadvantages. So let's just pick a row so we can kind of walk through the row. And,
Quick question: Do you have like some flowers between? I mean, like some varieties that can use the pollen to pollinate some others?
Okay, pollination. So the way we do, basically, we don't claim anything to be self-fertile. Now, in terms of being self-pollinating, I don't know. Different people have different ideas. I don't consider anything, except maybe for sugar dragon, voodoo child, maybe. But there's some claims for American Beauty being self-pollinating. I don't know. What we do, just to make sure, we collect pollen from everything, mix it, and that's what we pollinate with. So something will work, because I have not seen any scientific research saying which pollinates which. Now, there is a general, I don't know, understanding, whatever. People say that sugar dragon is a universal pollinator.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because someone said so. Now, it's true or not, we don't know. And some say basically maybe they did it in their backyard and that's based on their trial. But there's no real scientific research with controlled groups, with doing randomized planning. So until then, It's just because some people say, and there's experience of some people, but that's right now. That's what we have to go basis. So I do the same thing. I use all pollen mixed. So,
But you
a lot of people
pollinate every single flower.
every single flower I pollinate, unless I miss them. But
What's
basically,
the fruit rating like after pollination? Do you get 100% or 80%?
no. We'll kind of walk around. We get pretty good percentage. Now, one thing that I want to say about keeping pollen. Until this year, I would take the pollen. Some I would put in the refrigerator and use it, and some I would put in the freezer. Now, I talked to some growers that much more experienced than I do, and they say, no, when you freeze pollen, you kill it. Now, I talked to other people, say, no, we tried and we froze pollen, it worked, but I stopped. I threw all the pollen from the freezer. I stopped using frozen pollen, and we used the pollen, we put it in the refrigerator up to a week, maybe 2 weeks, but we try up to a week, and that's it. That's what we use. So we do not use frozen pollen. If it works or not, again, no research yet, so I don't know. Let's go to the rows, and we have, it's all mixed. So this is American Beauty. This is Delight. This is Haley's, but they don't look that great. Well, we have here we have, like I was talking about American Beauty that we don't have, so now we're starting to have the second round. So we have green fruit, but we don't have any ripe fruit because they're gone.
The flower is still open and move.
Now the flower, it depends on the sun, if it's cloudy or not. It's closing up.
Right.
But at this point, I don't think you can plant, but it wouldn't. I think it's not going to be viable. So different people, different farms have different methods. We do at night because I don't want to wake up at 3 and start working. So I'd rather go to bed at 3, but I know that I don't have to wake up until I wake up.
Right.
But some people, so we go like, I don't know, 9, 10. We try to get busy, and sometimes start at 12, and then depending how many. The peak this year for the peak, which was the largest we ever had, was about a little over 5,500 per night. But that was only a couple of days, no, one day.
It's a lot.
There was a full night. They went to bed like 6 in the morning or something. But like last night, it was 165, I think. So,
And you know what variety just by looking at the branch?
I kind of know them. Basically, this is something to watch for. This plant needs to go because you see, it's grown, but there's nothing, no buds, no nothing. That's probably have some sort of virus. So we need to take them out. And that's kind of
Scale down to the bottom.
Yeah.
That could be.
no. The scale is not. No, it's more. So you can see other plants that have issues. That have like the rust, no problem. You see the growth. So here we have a lot of American Beauty. That's why you don't see a lot of fruit unless you go to the Delight. And on Delight, and we still have a lot to pick.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what else. So spacing. In hindsight, maybe I would have done bigger spacing and smaller between. No, but I think the idea was we have 4 feet between plants, so to give the plants 2 feet, and to give the plant 2 feet here, and then that leaves us like, because we have 4 feet here, which is kind of tight, depending if you want to go with any machinery. So in hindsight, should have done bigger, maybe like instead of 8 feet, maybe 10 or 12. But that's live and learn.
Yeah.
Especially with dragon fruits, there's not a lot of information. It's a fairly new fruit. I mean, it's been around, but in terms of cultivating it, it's fairly new. So we're all kind of learning as we go. And that's true also for other growers. There are a bunch of growers in San Diego County. And over here in Moorpark, there's another grower. And there's another one in Santa Paula, a small one. And that's what I know of.
Do you sell commercially, locally, or
Yeah, what is it?
do you sell commercially?
Selling selling is the hardest part. If you do commercial, that's the hardest part.
So
Because
Trader Joe's is selling them.
yeah, Trader Joe's would not talk to me. No one would talk to me, even like when I talk to. Okay, when we talk about commercial Vaughn's, Albertsons, Ralph's, Kruger, whatever, they source their fruit. They have brokers. They have their own system. They would not talk to a small guy like me. Even when they advertised, locally grown, that's BS. Because I try to talk to Whole Foods. Locally grown, right? So I go to the one in Thousand Oaks. It's like, we have a farm here. It's like, can I talk to the manager? Oh, no, you need to email corporate. It's like, after half an hour of talking, can I get a phone number at least? Talk to someone. So, okay, I got a phone number. So I called and they said, you need to email us. So when I emailed them, they sent me to a site where a third company where that's where the source, and this company wanted to sell me premium placement on their website for $3,000 a year. So it's now, what's the name? Sprouts. It's a small place, so they talk to us. It's like how many thousands of pounds per week. It's like, we're kind of small, so can we do small scale? Maybe original, like maybe 3 to 5 stores. Never heard from them again. So basically, it's people. We just shipped this past week, first shipping of 500 pounds to Texas with someone, and we'll see how it goes. They went in a refrigerated truck, their truck. So we'll see. By the way, that's a white variety. I don't remember the name. I used to know my whites, but we pulled out most of the white varieties. Whatever we have left is just for pollination, basically, because people don't like the fruits here. Well, open it. Well, that's not a good fruit, but yeah, that's white. So, and it doesn't. Well, some whites can taste okay, but generally, I don't like that. You want to taste it?
She was like, "Why are you trying?"
I mean, it's
good idea.
it's fine. It's fine, yeah.
Some people with diabetes, they would eat the white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diabetes is no, it's a different story.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's the red or the white or the pink.
It does depend on the taste.
It works differently on your blood sugar. So
Yeah.
even if you take the super sweet,
Not
yeah,
sweet.
but it's overripe also. If we'll grab another, if I'll find another white, we'll just open it and we'll see. But basically, if you mentioned that diabetes, the way it works, not only this, I think all cactuses, even like prickly pears, but mostly this is the way the sugar affect the body is different. So it doesn't spike the blood sugar with dragon fruit. No, yeah, but even if it's sweet, because dragon fruit works differently. That's why they're better than other fruit for diabetics, and also they have a lot of health benefits.
Right. Yeah.
And I think they're tasty, at least some of them. But I mean, I talked to one grower. It's like he doesn't really like the fruit. Why do you grow him? He said, I like the price, but he doesn't like the fruit. I like the fruit myself, but not all of them. I have my preferences.
You both like them too. What kind is this one?
This one is the light. So this one has it's light pink, but sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's kind
We
of.
don't have sample for dinner today.
I think we didn't cut enough sample. You're right. We were supposed to. We didn't get. Okay, so since we didn't have samples, we just have to open this.
Just sell in local farmers market.
Okay, selling
Start.
in a farmer. Okay, selling farmer market. It's not as easy as someone. Okay, if you hold this or someone else, and we'll just do samples. The thing is, it's gonna be warm, so it's not gonna be as tasty.
What one is that again?
Delight.
The light.
Nice.
Oh, that's interesting. It's a very light.
Yeah. Yes. And we like. I guess I can cut it so someone will take it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, but we can actually. It's probably better for. Yeah, I think we have some other ones that are colder in the over there, so we can cut some fruits. We just didn't get a chance to cut the lights.
And just be patient. With time goes by, when more local people know about your farm,
Yeah, but
you will
okay.
get more orders.
But when you talk about, anybody wants?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's really good. Sweet.
Got it. Anybody else?
Not as sweet.
Jam.
Yeah, it's delight. It's kind of
Yeah.
harder. Sometimes it's super sweet and super good, and sometimes it's a little bit bland. So it depends.
Very productive.
No, yeah, but also because there's less demand, so we pick less. So more stay on the plant. Talking about farmers market, it's not farmer market. It's not like you have fruit, you go to the market. Farmers market, you have to get the space from the company that runs it. You have to get certified, which we are with the county. You have to have inspections. You have to obey with whatever rule, whatever type of scales, check, whatever. And then the biggest thing, they play game with you. Oh, you want to do this farmers market, so you have to do a one that is not as busy. So we will let you spot in this market. If not, forget it. You're on the wait list.
So when you
You can dump it. I mean, that's fine. Yeah,
It's part of the.
it's part of the.
As a production grower, do you harvest them a little before they're ripe, or how does that work?
We should harvest them greener, but we just sometimes they come in waves. So it's you see, okay, it's almost. Oh, boom! It's ready right now, and you have like, okay. So if we pollinate like 5,000 flowers in a night,
Right.
let's say that we take only 4,500 of them take. More of them take. Let's say another 500 small fruits. You still have 4,000 in one night. Supposedly, in one day, it's 4,000 fruits. There's no way. So that's why we're a bit late on some, and we try not to be early because early you don't have the flavor.
You don't have the flavor, right?
So usually we're either at slightly early. We're trying. Fortunately, passed. And past, it's some are still good, but some you start losing acidity, so it become sweet but without flavor. So that's like the delight. It's but the delight especially. What was
I
that?
don't know.
Are these American Beauty?
No, these are physical graffiti.
Physical.
Physical graffiti. This one.
What is the one we just tasted?
We had two. We had delight.
Delight.
Delight. Yes. We'll go. I think he's walk at the kind of between.
Rabbit, right?
What's it?
Rabbit.
the water supply, you have been influenced by the restrictions, or
Okay, we're commercial, so not yet.
Yeah.
But we're watering once a week. So this is a good crop for Southern California for to have water issues. Avocados are horrible with water. Avocados. This needs the same area of dragon fruits need about a tenth the amount of water that the same area with avocados would need. So they're great for water, but harder to sell. Avocados, you call the company, the packing house, they come, they pick, you don't have to worry about it, and then they decide what to pay you.
You are just starting. Be patient with time. I know dragon fruit is becoming more and more popular. It just
Dragon
takes
fruits
some
are,
time.
so yeah, we're gonna go above there.
And
So-
the ones of the brands that you carry, are one that tends to have a higher percentage of take. Like, do certain dragon fruits
No,
take more than others? As far
no,
as
all of
flowers go?
them are. Let's see if we have like bad ones. We have very little that doesn't make. And maybe because the pollinator didn't do a good job. But you see now this one is full with like the
We need
next
to
bed.
thin it.
So-
We need to thin some of them.
See, so yeah.
Way
Okay,
too
so
much.
this one is too much, right?
Yeah.
So we need to do that
Yeah.
like
Thin some
this
of the
and this.
buds.
Yeah. The only problem is then there's also natural. So when to thin them, because there's natural. It will drop it naturally. So if you thin and drop naturally the next one. So what do you do? So maybe it's better to wait until until they flower, and then thin them after the flower. You see the cake. Yeah. But then I mean it's a constant battle. Oh, that's another white. Let's see how it tastes. That one was another white. That's another white. Yeah, we'll up there. Let me cut it and give it to someone, whoever wants another white. You see also the color is more like pinkish.
Pink. Yeah.
What is that one?
This is just a white.
It's a white.
Yeah. Let me open it.
How many acres of dragon fruit do you have?
We have about 5 acres planted. So if anybody want to share some white, go ahead and try them. It's going to be juicy, but it's going to be warm.
I'll put my hand on that, so I'll take this one.
Anybody wants to chop this? Okay, so here it's easier to walk. Here I want to point some our like really big fruits. The Laverne plants are here. You could see they're not as full of fruits, but the fruits are very big.
Are the blossoms on all the varieties?
All of this, yeah.
Most of the varieties are white, but there are certain varieties, the Coneymeyer, Bruni, Katie Banarum, and then the Sunta lines that are pink flowers. Like they go red, but it's actually pink. They're beautiful flowers, but in terms of flavor, I think these ones are better, even though there is one that doesn't work that well for X, which is part of the Asunta line. The flavor is supposed to be really good.
AX?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asunta crab.
And but for whatever reason, it doesn't grow as well for us as so we had some trouble. So maybe you need to try it again.
I know you have KVA. What do you think of that one?
Katie Ban
Maybe-
around.
Yeah, the flower is beautiful. The plant is weaker than the others, like three seedlings. The Connie, Katie,
Bruni.
and Bruni.
Yeah.
And Kathy is the weakest one. And in terms of, so the plant itself is not that strong, at least for us. Maybe for other people it is. And the fruit, so-so.
Okay.
I mean, some people claim about, also for Connie, about coconut flavor.
Coconut
whatever,
flavor.
but,
Yeah.
you know, some people are very imaginative in terms of okay, we were selling at the farmers market yesterday. Across from us were people selling grapes.
Uh-huh.
So how do you sell grapes? You put kiwi flavored grapes.
Yeah, lychee flavor.
Oh no, lychee.
Lychee flavor.
Sorry, lychee flavor. Lychee flavor.
Candy is not. Candy is not.
I tasted it. I didn't get any lychee. Only in the name. Oh, then it was strawberry grapes.
Oh, wow.
I didn't feel any strawberry. It was good. Right?
It's all it's suggestive, right?
That's
Laverne red. Wow.
yeah. These are the big fruits, and some of them are normal, but some of them are huge.
There wasn't one that wasn't ripe yet. That was green.
Yeah, some of them are. And I guess now they're getting bigger production, so it becomes small. But we had a couple of times of 3 pounds. We have many times of 2.5 pounds. So they're really big. But also in general, they're bigger and they're good.
Do you fertilize?
Yeah, we put fertilizer, yes. So different times we do different things. Okay, that's another white. Let's actually.